Scorpio, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for the rest of 2025. I'm going to take a look at this past arc, learning growth arc of the year in the past category. I'm going to take a look at your current energy, your near future, what's coming in for you in 2026. We're getting a little bit of a glimpse. The overall general energy for the rest of the year for you, particular challenge that may be coming up, as well as some sweet love tea. So let's get started. I've been moving through a different grouping this time because I am going to be doing soon the annual reads, and I can't wait to get started on those. I'm bringing in new decks for that, a whole new layout, new format. But let's get started. Some of these readings so far for the end of the year, I'm doing the tarot spread first. Yes, that's what we're going to do for you too. Let's go with, where are we going to go, Spirit? Let's go with this deck. This is a beautiful watercolor deck I got on Etsy, and it's like laminated. It'll never be retired. All right, Scorpio. I hope you all had a wonderful birthday season. We're now in your fresh new year. A lot of you are in this new seed, new beginning type of energy, new chapters unfolding for you. The sun is going down here on the east coast of the States. So I've got some weird lighting going on behind me here, reflections of the light. The shadows are growing longer. It's a beautiful time of year. My living room, the room that I'm facing, smells like Christmas. So I got a Fraser fir yesterday. Put it up in my living room. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Scorpio. Happy holidays. Let's see what the overall general energy is for you first, Scorpio. Moving through the rest of 2025. Okay, we have Five of Swords. There's some friction going on in your life, and I feel like it's about a conversation that you need to have or have already had. Okay, there was a fallout from somebody in your life. It could have been around a group of people that you are thinking about. It's been on your mind. You're not sure if you should return to it, let it go, walk away. There's something around conflict. Yeah, Ace of Swords, speaking truth. Nine of Swords, worry around truth. And the Seven of Cups. Ooh. So this year has all been about disillusionment around people who do one thing and say another. There's a big incongruence there, and I think that really bothers you. It gets under your skin, Scorpio, when people aren't clear with you. And the ambivalence, it creates a lot of inner conflict for you. I think you've learned how to become more direct with people because you don't want no emotional ambivalence, energetic ambivalence, which is people who don't give you a clear indication of what they want. This is also you needing to be clear to the universe about what you want moving forward. You're trying to gain some clarity over a situation that's brought a lot of stress in the recent past. And I think you've learned overall the distress that can come from illusion and confusion, fantasy. Seven of Cups is this arc of understanding, archetypal arc of what is real and what is illusion. There are people that can perpetuate illusion because they can only give so much. And I think you now carry a lot of protection around those types of energies at large. You don't want to be confused. If you are confused, it will create confusion. So I think you're trying to find some clarity. And your path this year has a lot to do with the friction of words between you and other people and what that causes, what that creates within you, and how to communicate and speak more clearly. Let's keep going. Interesting energy coming out. A lot of air energy for a water sign. Now we have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Okay. I think you're learning how to soften emotionally and the choice to do so when it comes to your connections in general, all of them. Trying to find great emotional harmony with others. This is when, we have to soften when we need to, when apologize when we need to, accept other people's apologies. I think you have a decision about softening towards somebody in your life at this time where maybe you've had some conflict and you've had some stress, and you just want to make sure you're making clear decisions and you're seeing things truly for what they are. You could have somebody in your life you're not sure about right now at this time. People tuning in today. Near future, we've got you, Scorpio, death. Next to the King of Swords, yeah. Well, you really are learning how to communicate better, Scorpio. If that's been your intention all year long, you're showing me you've learned the lesson. You communicate differently now. Yeah, Hermit. Yeah, this is standing up for yourself, staying in your own integrity. Some of you are strong communicators in your work, and there's something that you are going deeply into. Everyone's carrying a very strong Hermit energy at year's end, which is going inward, being deeply reflective and contemplative, maybe generating new ideas about your path moving forward, and you going through a powerful rebirth in your mind, right? This is when we change our beliefs and how that affects how we communicate with other people. So this is nice. This is really nice. Even though I see a little bit of friction, I think this growth edge around friction, when communication gets sticky, you're learning from it. How to move through it, how to not smooth it over and bypass what you're feeling, but to actually clearly communicate in a succinct manner to avoid any confusion, and to also not allow people to spin any yarns your way that's going to be taxing for you to unwind or unpack. The challenge is some sort of grief you're carrying. We have 2 5s here. We have you manifesting your way out of a little bit of disappointment or sadness. The challenge is someone or something has created a little bit of unrest for you, Scorpio, here at year's end. We're going to get to the bottom of it. It has to do with something around your family or someone you consider a big part of your path, because there's a 10 of Cups here. Maybe you want an apology from someone. Ooh, we have romance and connection. Some of you are going through some growing pains in a connection. We also have raising your vibration in connection, yeah. And how do we do that? You're being guidely. You're being guided by your guardian angel. I think that you have some strong messages coming in around how to handle someone who has made their impact or is currently making a profound impact on your path. I don't know if it's the way you're responding to this person that you're trying to change, or you don't like the way this person's responding to you. And you both are trying to come out of anxiety and stressful states. It feels like growing pains to me. You're being stretched to really communicate clearly here, especially when someone's saying something that doesn't feel right to you. Okay? Overall, though, what is being highlighted here is romance and connection, you elevating around this energy and being lovingly protected and guided as you do to see maybe the higher truth and why things are happening the way they do. I mean, I would say that I see, an energy around you, but it's hard for them to communicate their deeper thoughts to you. And something's needing to change here. Let's now go into clarifying. I want to find out why this 5 of Swords is here, which is, walking away from a fight. Sometimes it's someone having the last word. This could be an inner conflict. Why is the 5 of Swords here for Scorpio? Oh, a Tower. Okay. Ace of Cups. The Moon. Wow. Well, this is interesting energy. This is somebody coming in that you've had problems with that you don't see coming. It's like, I want to talk to you, Scorpio. We need to clear the air. Let's figure this out. You mean a lot to me. I'm sorry. You could be doing this, or someone could be doing this in your life, Scorpio. It's a pretty powerful karmic healing, breaking down, rebuilding. If it's not somebody that you have had some sort of dissolution with or a pause around, this could be somebody that you are wanting a renewal around, and you don't want to hide anything. You don't want them to be hiding anything. There's like a powerful shakeup, almost like the ground beneath your feet's not solid yet because of some sort of conflict. The Tower is the unexpected. This is the Ace of Cups. This is an offer of opening here of your heart. On a subconscious level, there's something that's on repeat that's creating conflict between you and another person. And it's like, okay, something is undermining a connection. This is when you need to bring new love energy into the room. I feel like somebody is not being honest with you. I don't think they're lying. They're just not being honest about how they feel. And it's creating a lot of inner conflict and inner turmoil in them. It's somebody who maybe has had some sleepless nights around this. Let's see this. Chariot. I think there was some sort of karmic ending around something here. Ooh, we have major arcana over this. Yeah. This is you getting clear about what you value. We have the Hierophant, the Chariot, and the Ace of Swords. This whole wrap-up year has been about your commitments. You moving forward and being clear with people, clear with self, what you want around that. What do you value, Scorpio? And you're saying, sometimes I want this, sometimes I want that, sometimes I don't even know. Up or down, left or right. And I get it. Life can be confusing. It's hard to have clarity. We have a Two of Swords here that you're carrying into a current situation around trying to stay open to the long-term vision of emotional harmony and happiness. And yet there's something troubling you. I'm not sure if it's a communication style that needs to change between you and someone, or if it's someone just not being clear, or they're just not good at communication. But it seems to me you're coming out of some confusion here over maybe just everything in general in your life, and trying to get clear about the path forward, right? This is what I'm committing to. This is the track I'm going down. This is what I choose. And I'm not going to be confused about it anymore. So it's a choice. There's some sort of big choice you're making currently. I'm going to see in a minute, but this year has a lot to do with you in your own sense of will. The Chariot is, I am the master of my own fate. I'm committed to what I value, and I'm going to be clear about it with the universe. So I'm not going down a path that feels like it's not for me or not right for me. It's like you've had a lot of choices to go many different directions, and you chose a path, but you maybe had a lot of detours to this main path, divine detours. And you're like, okay, where's the main path? You get so lost on the detours, you don't even know where the main path is anymore. And I think somewhere along this year's journey, there were a lot of offshoots, and you keep coming back to that center path. Okay? Trying to find clarity in what you want has been a very deep theme for you this year. And when you're not clear about what you want, or other people aren't clear about what they want, it creates problems. And you've learned the hard way around that. Interesting. Let me keep going. This one's fascinating me. I love it. What's this decision you're making here? Or someone is making? Two of Swords. Okay, this is being mirrored. You are being mirrored by somebody else. Okay? Both of you. It's like when one person starts to get confused, then the other person's naturally going to follow suit. So then you got two people who are confused. I don't know. What should we do? I don't know. It's like the blind leading the blind. Oh boy. Okay. Two of Swords is a Four of Swords situation, which is both of you need to get back to the drawing board, or what you need to heal so you can communicate more clearly. King of Wands, Eight of Cups. Okay. This is your vital life force energy. I think both of you are very stubborn, strong-willed. If you're talking about a partnership here. Now, if you're not talking about a partnership, you're talking about you being this leading your own life with passion, with purpose, and having a choice. Some of you are currently having to pivot and move away from something so you can put all your energies towards what you really want. But I think overall, it's like your fire is getting depleted by a lot of emotional upheavals that you don't see coming, that create like this or that way mentality. And you're like, I don't like living this way, where every now and then I'm going to hit an energy and it's going to make me pause and go, man, do I need to keep, am I going down the right road? Do I need to ask for directions? It's like you keep going into this dualistic perspective of this way or that way. And that is a choice. And you're trying to release what needs to be released around that mentality. In other words, you've accumulated indecision for a while now. And now you don't want to deal with that anymore. It's like, I only want clarity, no more confusion. And I think that that's the choice you're making at this time. As long as we're clear, everything's copacetic. But if you're going to keep coming at me without clarity, we're going to have major problems. I think you're trying to get clear too about what you want. Your direction in life, your purpose, what you need to release, what's standing in the way of that. So you can reach for it and go after it, because King of Wands takes action. They're very charismatic. Some of you are at a crossroads between two people. Whenever I see two kings in a reading here, and you saying, like, sometimes it's between you going it alone and you opening up to somebody new. Sometimes it's between literally two different people. Sometimes it's two different paths. One that you're being spirit led and guided, and the other one that's like, it makes sense, but it doesn't feel like you anymore. Right? Interesting. This is interesting. But either way, something's got to go, right? When you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, you got to make a choice. And if you don't choose, that's a choice. Interesting. Lovers in reverse. Judgment. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Some of you are choosing to walk away from something and choosing you instead. You got a lot of self-love here. Here's the thing. I think what you're showing me is you have an ideal. You've had to let go of somebody who maybe once met that ideal. You know what it's like to really have something that matches your energy. Close to it. You have another energy here, okay? That it feels like it's not making sense to you to be there. And you're passing major judgment over a connection, whether it's going to stay in your life or leave. And you're trying to have compassion for all parties involved, okay? In the near future, I see you making a big judgment from your heart to actually say no to something in your life. To say no and let it end. Some of you are literally deciding, you know what, if you're in some sort of situationship, friends with benefits, there's passion here, but it doesn't make sense. Not aligned. Or you don't want to be committed to this person, or there's something off here, okay? It's like something is not aligned. This is too when I see this on the path where one person's really growing and the other person isn't. And it's like there's friction because the energies aren't aligned. Especially with the Lovers in reverse, it's like something that you're not feeling as passionate about as you once did. And as time has gone on, it's like King of Wands. This makes sense for me. I'm choosing it. But then there's like this coldness, I'm getting this detached energy. Five of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Knight of Wands. Yeah. Some of you are distancing yourself from, like, I'm getting, for some of you, you started to head in the direction of something that made sense to you. Maybe even got into a deep, deep commitment. But you've had problems in this commitment of aligning to emotional happiness and fulfillment. And there's been baggage accumulated along the way. And you're kind of at this crossroads right now of like, I got to choose whether I want to continue, if this is worth salvaging or not. And some of you are making a choice to say no more, especially with the Lovers in reverse and the Death. That's like, this is done. I'm done here. It makes no sense to stay here anymore. because it's like there's so much inner conflict around this. It's like when we hold on to something that has reached its expiration and we stay anyway and we fight the good fight. I feel like some of you have an off and on energy with this Knight of Wands. It could be something that you're drawn to, but there's so much drama. I'm getting drama here. And really, like, you have to decide whether something's healthy or not for you. But I'm getting like this, you may have some energy that's kind of a coming and going, because Knight of Wands is coming in hot and then leaving. Knight of Wands, Five of Cups, on, off, in, out. And then it's causing conflict, especially if you're being stubborn and you're holding on to it, or they are. This is all in the challenged position. This is when we hold on to something and say, this is mine, I want it, but it doesn't make you feel good. But you still say you want it. And some of you are saying, I don't have a choice. So it's like, well, okay, we're going to decide for you. Let me get some love tea. Because like we're living in an era where it needs to be sustainable and healthy for you, lest universe will say no. You'll get the signs. Whether something is really worth opening your heart to, that's safe to do so. Broken. Yeah. I feel shattered about the situation. I'm getting that there's something falling apart here, Scorpio, for you. Someone is missing you. Missing the moments that you shared together. Nostalgic reflection. Some of you have had a hard time moving on from something in the past. Something that went upside down. Somebody around you is broken looking back. Too many came out, but you have first blush. There's somebody that does make you, like, they're on your mind, or you have somebody who has you on their mind heavily. Yeah, I'm still trying to heal self-love. Okay. I feel like you're saying that. Yeah. Somebody really did make a profound impact on you, Scorpio, here. It fundamentally changed the way you commit to things. You got caught up in a lot of confusion and illusion and stress and anxiety and a lack of clarity when it came to the things that you committed to in the past. And currently, I think you're at a major crossroads decision point around your emotional fulfillment. You have an offer, and there's some baggage around this person. And you're trying to make some big decisions. Whether to stay or go. Whether to keep pouring love into this, or if it's unsustainable for you. I think the writing is on the wall. If you're having a lot of conflict with someone, we have double Five of Swords, with someone that just, they don't have staying power. Some of you are in no contact with somebody. Yeah, they're spying on you. Okay? They're watching you. This is a very specific message. I don't get these very often. But I will say that this whole year has felt deeply karmic for you around connections. And you trying to raise your vibration and be lovingly guided out of certain connections that were incongruent and falling into alignment with ones that are. And it's like a double-edged sword. You're walking a timeline of the past and the present, colliding with a future want, and having a hard time with people letting go of you or you letting go of other people. I think this is when, too, I'm getting that, the choice when you don't choose love. And you start overthinking a situation and you get too logical. Make sure that your heart is deeply involved in something. If you're getting involved in it, that it really speaks to you, that it feels right. In that inner whisper of a voice, it says, this is meant for me. You have to get quiet enough to listen, because I feel like you're not listening, Scorpio, or someone around you is not listening. And this is a major wake-up call in the near future around someone and a decision that needs to be made around a situation that may have been on pause and it needing to be transformed completely, or it's going to be more of the same. Let me get some advice from Spirit. Ten of Swords in reverse. I told you, this is somebody you've had an ending with. A lot of you, this is someone who hasn't let you go, Scorpio. Or you haven't let go of them. I can't tell who's who. It could be both of you because of the heavy mirroring, where it's like you miss each other so much. It could be all energetic that I'm picking up on. Okay? This is someone where you're like, should I go back? Should I let them back in? And Spirit's like, you better be careful. Ten of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords, new communication, clarity, an ending with a question mark. Queen of Cups. Golly, your heart really gets pulled by this person deeply. You love this person. Is this unrequited love? I got to get more. Ah, this is you being in alignment with you, speaking truth, coming out of betrayal, loving self. You said, you know what? This isn't about me committing to anyone or anything anymore. I'm committed to myself, to my own growth. And that's the switcheroo here. You played a switcheroo. I think that something really deeply affected you, Scorpio, more than you let on. You see the truth of it now. Much time has passed. For many of you, this is someone from your past, okay? You're looking back. You're putting the pieces together. You're seeing the picture of all of this on a deep, deep soul karmic level. You're saying, I see the truth now of my heart, of the love that maybe I denied myself or someone denied me. But you know what? I've grown deeply through this, and I've grown spiritually, and they taught me what I value. So you're looking back on something that made a profound impact that you know if you put your hand in it, it's going to bite you again. It really is. This does feel, and I'm going to say it, I don't do these often, but this does feel very twin flame-ish, if I do say so myself. It's like, living in regret, someone that broke you. You put yourself back together again. Maybe they want to communicate with you. We're at the very tail end right now of Venus exiting Scorpio and Mercury retrograde. We had a new moon in Scorpio. We just left Scorpio season. We're in Sag season. This could be some sort of fated karmic conversation. A new truth. I'm not seeing the Six of Cups. I don't know if this is purely energetic. Okay? This may not even be happening IRL style. This is all so subtle. Knight of Pentacles, something that's taken quite some time. Devil. This was a past unhealthy energy. Eight of Cups that you've really had to walk away from. Empress, and you've elevated ever since. This person still loves you. Scorpio. Some of you are trying to have a baby and you're really trying to move on, but you can't stop thinking about somebody from the past, or they can't stop thinking about you. This is one of those, it is what it is kind of readings. I don't know what to say here, Scorpio, except that it's bittersweet. You have now aligned with yourself on such a deeply profound level, but it came by way of something so hard to see the truth of it, to see the truth of the person, to see that sometimes. Here's the thing. This feels like one of those readings where you weren't meant to end up together, but you both still affect each other on such a deep level that it's hard to put words on it. Let's look at the gateway of light activation. Yeah, this is about your heart healing. We have Stargate Heart. No wonder. You're opening up a deeper level of emotionality in your heart, okay? I'm seeing you having heavy boundaries around a past situation of a love gone wrong, of a love lost. And I think we carry these people in our hearts forever. You know, this is something, anyone who affects you on a profound level, Scorpio, you're going to keep tucked away deeply. Heart chakra opening, unlocking generosity. Feels like a healing to me around the past. The heart chakra is our connection to love and generosity. When opened, it can take us on a powerful expedition to experience love. In Sanskrit, it is known as anahata, which means unstruck, or even unbroken. And interesting how we have broken. I think that something once broke you. It was confusing. It ended. You walked away. It took a lot out of you. You went towards something new. You're going through a rebirth. And this still is something you carry. In Sanskrit, it is known as anahata, which means unstruck or even unbroken, revealing that even though we may feel our heart is broken, our true spiritual heart is always whole. Yeah. Your heart chakra, the heart chakra governs all aspects of our heart, including relationships, what lights us up, and of course, our self-worth. This gateway transports us to an emerald city, the temple of our heart. The sacred space within is a place of wonder and love. Here we are reminded of the sacredness we hold within, are encouraged to know that although it's like a hidden treasure, this beauty deserves to be seen and enjoyed by the outer world. Yeah. This is when sometimes you hide your heart away, even to the people you love, because you gave it to someone so profoundly and deeply, and they didn't take care of it. And then you say, that's not safe for me to do that again. But then you reach a time where it is time to do it again, to let go, to let love in, Scorpio. This beauty deserves to be seen and enjoyed by the outer world. In the gateway image, there is a path to the Emerald City, but it is a path less traveled. This can represent many years of denying our self-worth and also moments during many lifetimes when we push love away. But now we're moving closer to the love we are. Your heart space is a sacred space deep within you, Scorpio. For some time, you've protected it with psychic shields that have not only stopped you from being hurt, but also stopped you from feeling love. This gateway appearing shows that you have finally dropped these shields and are ready to experience love. Universal wisdom wants you to know that this is your divine right. You're a highly empathic and generous soul who has so much to give, and you are being called forth to reveal the deeper and more vulnerable aspects of your being. Divine light beings are surrounding you, holding you, and encouraging you to relax. All the restrictions and blockages of your heart space have now been removed. The worst is behind you and the world needs you. Oh my gosh, you know what's interesting is this is truly you're afraid to get hurt again. You're afraid. You're afraid that if you open up your heart truly, if you drop that shield, you're going to get betrayed. I feel like you moved past something in the past. Hierophant, in the past, there's somebody here coming in or somebody relatively new that you've been taking baby steps with. That is your truth. What was not meant for you doesn't have to be the rest of your life, Scorpio. You're going through deep, deep heart healing around opening up your heart to love again. So you put too much of a logical spin around your feelings, Scorpio. Let go. Let go. Okay? I feel like, did I give you advice yet? I don't think I did. Let's get you some advice. Let's get you some advice. What's the advice for Scorpio? 5 of Swords. Drop your shields. Stand strong. 9 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Let love in. Temperance. I feel like this whole Sag season for you is about opening up your heart again, but doing it from a place of strength and inner knowing. You are. Many of you have a new love, okay? A deepening and different connection. Regardless, I feel like something really hurt you. Someone. You're taking baby steps towards something else, but you're carrying the stain, the scar. This is a rebirth of your heart chakra and you softening, being patient with love, okay? Be tender with love. I think you have someone coming in that really wants to be with you, Scorpio. Give them a chance, okay? It's not going to have to be a repeat of the past. All right? You've had so much loss and you've gone through so much around love. Maybe it's time, right? Just because you've had loss, this 3 of Cups behind you, there's a 2 of Cups, there's 3 cups in front of you doesn't mean love isn't meant for you. Okay? Don't hold on. Let go. I think you've been unpacking a lot of wounding that you've kept. Shields. Protection around your heart. Because at one point, you let yourself fall so hard for someone. And they hurt you. They hurt you deeply. But now there's a new dream unfolding for you and a lot of wish fulfillment coming in. You've waited a long time for things to bounce back for you. Okay? So, take baby steps. Be gentle with your heart. You're going through a very deep, deep heart activation at the end of the year, and be gentle with yourself. All right? I'm sending you lots of love, Scorpio. Take care. Namaste.